BB Shea is our rap artist extraordinary. He comes in here this week every time, and he goes through every single topic we've discussed on this program in rap form and wraps up the week. Are you ready, sir?
Absolutely.
How is this rap today?
I'm very happy with today's
You're
rap.
happy with today's rap, all right. One of your competitors, I see, is right outside the window, by the way. Don't let that fool you.
Don't get rattled.
Don't be nervous.
We've been beefing recently.
Don't blow him a kiss and start.
Yeah, blow him a kiss.
All right.
He's got his little Dolphins hat on.
Here we go.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Welcome back, Chris Demm. We all missed you bad. Kelly's gone today. Oh, wait. Sorry, Kelly. I thought you were Brad. I'm sorry. You guys want to be unpredictable so your mentor will be appeased. So what's the first thing you do? Argue about macaroni and cheese. Move that to the A block. It won't be problematic. BB Shea is rapping. Someone please turn on the static. Heck, at this point, Demm would prefer the hiss. Of course, it went away during the talks of the painful rectal itch. That seems to be a common theme, one you can't control. Two guys named Chris, the show where a-holes talk about a-holes. But one of them is low-key. He's the favorite of the majority. Kelly doesn't care. The show is his third priority. But you're the best at the show. You're an artist like Van Gogh. You beating Biggie at Wordle was like Rocky beating Rambo. Congrats on your 1,000th trip to the gym, an achievement we can't touch. Does it bother you that Jody probably doesn't work out that much? And he's the man at pickle. No, that's not a joke. Matter of fact, I bet Jody has never drank a Diet Coke. And to Demm and Dave, happy belated Egg McMuffin Day to you. I think it only makes sense that you like the worst thing on the menu. At least you start your day right like Hakuna Matata, the only people I know to admit you actually like eating frittatas. That's it for me, BB Shea, bringing you the pleasure with my rap. Like they always say, just another feather in your lap. Cap. That's what it is. Yes, cap.
That was very clever. That was very, very clever. There he goes.
Well done.
Nicely
There he
done.
goes.
That's it. This begins a Demm report on the Two Guys Named Chris show.
Well, sometimes life imitates art, and in this case, the art is a television program that I know Biggie. I'm not sure if Biggie watches it. I know I don't, but Chris Kelly and Dave do faithfully. Can quote chapter and verse, season after season. They can tell you who did what and who prosecuted what when. But three young men in North Carolina never expected to be part of a real-life episode of Law and Order, but here we are. Their names, Danny Wooten, age 18, Deion Walker, age 19, and Cody Martin, age 20. Young guys. I've seen a few moments of a few episodes of Law and Order, and this sounds exactly like at the beginning of one of those shows. The three guys went to Ferguson Park in Gastonia, North Carolina last Sunday. Their plan, play a little baseball. There's a baseball diamond out there, and as fate would have it, Danny, who I believe is naturally right-handed, decided to try to hit left-handed for a change. If you play any baseball, you've all done it.
Right.
You try to just see if you can swing from the other side of the plate.
Right.
Well, first pitch he saw, connected right on the sweet spot, gone over the fence in right field.
Left-handed.
Lefty.
Must be a good
Not
athlete.
easy, yeah.
Yeah, gifted athlete for sure. Now, since there were only three of them, the guys had to go into the woods and get the ball back.
Right. Okay.
You know,
Nobody
there's
expected
nobody
that.
going to go get it for
Okay,
them.
let's
There's
go.
just the three of them.
Yeah, okay.
So they go out into the woods and they find some other baseballs. They found a few softballs that people had left out there. And then Danny saw it. He said, quote, "Oh my God, a human skull."
That's the first 5 minutes of a Law and Order episode.
Isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
100%
It's
right.
unbelievable. It's uncanny
Except it's
how
in New
this
York
works.
City.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah.
So he said that's a human skull, and it was. And in fact, at first he thought it was a deer head, but then he looked more closely, and it was an entire, intact human skeleton. And Danny said, all three of us go to church, and it was like God knew we were going to be there to lead us to that place. And he said the skull was just looking at me. And he said I was standing, and in a circle, I could see all the bones around me. And then he said, I've watched enough Law and Order to know this is a human.
Oh, my God. That's it.
I like this
Just
guy.
like you
That's
guys.
awesome. That's our show. That's great.
So now, sadly, detectives in Gastonia are trying to figure out whose skeleton it was, how long has it been there, and was there foul play? Because they don't know anything right now. It's bare bones.
Jerry Orbach.
That's a
different show, but
that's
that's
different show.
CSI.
That's
Orbach does that
yeah,
right
he
before the
does that.
first
Yeah, he'll do
intro
that.
comes on.
I wonder how many missing people or dead out there, and nobody even has reported them. Like this, you don't know if you found it, you'd have no idea where to even start. Who knows?
I mean,
Yeah, with just bones. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess science has certainly evolved.
Yeah.
over the course of time, tens of thousands, maybe more.
Oh God, yeah,
hundreds of
I
thousands.
mean, right. There was I listened to that podcast Serial several years ago. It was about a case where somebody, kid's in jail for killing his girlfriend. Nobody knows if he did it or not.
Yeah.
Or killing a girl, and nobody knows if he did it or not. And the podcast's all about that. Well, there was
But he was convicted, correct?
He's in jail still.
But swears he never did it.
Right, and the podcast makes it look like he didn't do it. But there was a place called Lincoln Park, wherever they were, and the joke was, if you go out there looking for a body, you'll find 3 more before you bury yours.
Yeah.
It's and so I mean, they're dumping grounds everywhere.
Yeah, don't even get started on what's out in the river or ocean or lake.
East River and all that.
That was the joke in New York. It was just bodies floating down the East River.
Right. Whew, I'm telling you. So I don't, not that surprising that you find something like that, but where do you start? Where do you go with it? Doug's on the line talking about finding bodies. Doug, a comment. Go ahead.
Yeah, guys. I was about 14 at the time. A friend of mine and I were hanging out with his little brother. We were riding some fire trails back through the woods on our bicycles, and we came around a corner, and there's a car sitting there. Mm-hmm. And it looked kind of funny, and we saw something going from, like, the tailpipe, like, up into the trunk, and there was a jug of water sitting on it. So I had to go up to it because my friend was with his little brother, who was, like, 4 or 5 at the time. And when I got up to the car, they had taken a vacuum cleaner hose from the exhaust pipe up into the trunk, toweled it off, put a jug of water on it, turned the car, and let it run. The husband was dying of cancer, and, him and the wife just decided they were going to go together.
Scary. And you found the dead bodies.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Like I said, I got to actually go up. I had the fun of going up to it and going, yeah, there's some dead people in there.
And were you scarred by that for a while?
Yes and no. I mean, it gives you a little bit of a healthy perspective, and hey, time's time, and with loved ones, we're all going to go at the end of it. But yeah, I had a night or two of sleeplessness, but
I bet.
Did you tell your parents first, or did you tell the police first, or what happened next?
We were I was staying with my friend at his apartment, and my folks had actually gone off to a event at a place here in Myrtle Beach, and so we ran back to my friend's house, and we're like, there's some people in a car, and they ain't moving.
Oh, God, the chairman of the border plant, General Johnson.
Yeah, what do you do?
Your phone's ringing. It's your boy.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh,
He's playing Carolina Girls.
I'm here, man. We got the shag contest going on.
Ignore.
You go out to the woods, you go over to Fat Harold's.
What a story, Doug. Thank you very much. Thanks for calling that in. Good to hear from you.
Yeah.
Wow. That one's scary.
Are you scared?
I'm scared. I would
wouldn't
never
be scared. There's nothing to be scared
I
of.
wouldn't. That's what the movie Stand By Me is all about, where they go out to try to find the dead body.
I've seen that movie many times, but I can't remember how the body got there.
He was hit by a train. And
Okay.
the older kids were out there and saw him and then ran back, and then the younger kids overheard them talking about it, and they wanted to be the ones to find the dead body because they wanted a picture in the paper. So they went out there, and it took them all day.
I forgot what actually killed the boy.
Hit by a train picking blueberries. Mm-hmm. They hadn't seen him since. Anthony, you're talking about finding bodies. Go ahead.
I read an article the other week that 14 people on average a day are found in Walmart parking lots dead behind their steering wheel.
14 a day?
No. Are you no
Walmart only?
Are you making that up?
No, sir. Throughout the country.
Most
of them die of old age.
In their car, in the parking lot of a Walmart.
The best episode of I Heard I ever heard.
That is a great I Heard. Biggie.
I don't think Dave knows about the new podcast.
Biggie and I are doing a podcast because I heard. It's called I Heard. Because all I ever say is, I heard this. And then Biggie says, oh, yeah, I heard that.
Well, that's good. You don't have to attribute it to anything.
Exactly.
It's just I heard.
I heard 14 people a day die in Walmart parking lots.
I heard it's mostly old age.
I heard it was nationwide.
Tune in next time for I Heard. Another episode of I Heard.
Do you just have to go scan the lot for Buicks late at night? Oh, no. Oh, I see one out there. Go check. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's dead.
Is it cars and Winnebagos that they stay there
God,
too?
they do.
Yeah, overnight truckers.
God, you got all your shopping in there. Maybe you've done your shopping. And all the stuff is in there. Yeah. Oh, man, that's terrible.
Oh man,
What a story. What a stat. Brian, you're talking about finding bodies. Go ahead.
Yeah. First, I found 3 in my life. First one happened when I was 5 up in Buffalo. I was in the woods with some kids, and we came upon this shed and found a skull in there with a candle in its head in the top that had a hole.
Oh, my goodness.
That kind of freaked us out.
Yeah.
And so we went down to the river, and we found a couple hippies sitting down there, and we saw a sledgehammer down in the river. And it made me wonder, as life went on, if they didn't do that person in with that sledgehammer.
Yeah. Maybe
Dang,
so. Right.
hippies.
yeah, the hippies.
And I couldn't tell my parents because I was 5, so, you know.
Dang. That's a lot to carry around with
The
you.
second one, I was in the woods in New Jersey and walking with some kids, and we found a whole skeleton out there.
And call the police or tell your parents?
We told our parents,
Yeah.
and it was discovered that it was quite old, like maybe from the 1800s.
Oh, no kidding.
Huh.
My goodness. What about the third one?
The third one was I lived in Julian, and I always had this eerie feeling about this exit that I lived on, and I saw this blue tarp for a couple weeks, and one day I stopped to see, get this trash out of there, and there was a body in it. That was just a few years back.
Oh, really? And was that not just a skeleton, but a body?
Yeah, it was a body, and I think they were able to ID him. He had a hip replacement, but I don't know if it was a murder or just someone couldn't afford to bury him or what.
Jeez, Brian.
My word. What a life.
Feels like you're cursed, doesn't it? Does it stick with you? You have problems with it?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
He deals with it. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that.